Oh, hey there, and welcome to Costa Rica Story Live. And we were supposed to be originally at Don Roger, but there's been a change of venue because I went to Don Roger and the restaurant was being remodeled, so everything was torn up there. They're going to be back April 4th. So let me get to the. It's been a long time since I've done a live. I'm not even sure if we're on here, and I don't have anything to monitor anything, so I think I'm just going blind here. So yeah, hola. And no, we're not from the Don Roger. We're from La Cusinga Lodge in Aracari. So yeah, I may be doing this to nobody because I didn't bring my iPad to monitor the comments. Let me just go to comments. Okay, we got comments here. Well, Silver Turtle's there, all the way from Jaco, just up the road, an hour and a half or two or so ago. How are you doing there? Silver Turtle just did a video about picking up garbage on the beach. It's something we all should be doing. And Kristen from Sweden. Hola, ¿cómo está? So we're at a different place right now, but it's a place with a really beautiful view, which I will show you shortly. So I used to do these lives every Thursday, like every single Thursday, and it's been a year or so since I've done that. So I'm just kind of going back to see. Had a bunch of images I was going to put on there, but apparently they don't stay on there. I was gonna. That's a bummer. I had a bunch of images set up to illustrate some of the points from the banners, and I'm on a table here that's glass, so my mouse isn't working great. Dirk, there's a regular. There's that familiar name. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the banners here, and I'm saying, can you hear me? That's always been an issue. I'm going to show you the beautiful view in a minute. You'll love it. There's just a toucan out here. Of course, you guys already told me where you're watching from, and we've got people from all over the place here. And there's everybody's been at me to get and do the live stream, but I didn't give anybody notice, so that's kind of a bummer about that. So maybe I should just. What I'm doing now, I'm using my iPhone as a camera and a microphone. So let me go back to the messages and see if you can hear me. So yeah, I'm using my microphone or my iPhone for my camera and for the audio, which is cool because I used to have to either bring my 35 millimeter and deal with that, or use the horrible webcam on the laptop. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put this camera, instead of having it on my ugly face, we're gonna throw it out to the ocean, as you can see a little bit of the whale tail from here. Hopefully we'll maintain connection. So I just realized that the mic is on the camera too, and I'm sitting over there, so I need to be closer if I'm going to uh, say anything. Not that I need to say anything. This just kind of speaks for itself. So that out behind me that's Whale Rock and the Three Sisters, place where I go with my friends in the kayak club with my friend Victor. Uvita Adventure Tours. That's linked in the description. But that's the whale tail out that way. It's fairly close to low tide. I think low tide was 5:40 today, Costa Rica time. And some of you, if you've come and done the Uvita Day Adventure with me, you recognize this place. This is La Cusinga Lodge and uh, Restaurante Aracari, and they've got cabinas here also. It's a really cool place. It's a lot closer to the water than at Don Roger, but it's a closer view. You don't get as good of a look at the tail itself, but you can see it out there. And so I'm gonna set this up and then I'm gonna go to the laptop and see what people are saying, see if there's anybody actually watching. But this is an excellent restaurant for sunset drinks. You get some really nice sunsets here. I don't know if we lost contact or not. Dirt. Got people from all over the place here. I love this. Because last time, I don't know if you can hear me because I'm way down here, but I could switch it from mic to the laptop if I want to, but use New York, another New York. Can you even hear my voice at all, like when I'm talking here? The camera's kind of back of me. I'm sorry, I can't believe how many people are watching. This is awesome. So, how are you enjoying the view? How's the view look? The weather. November can be rainy. Yeah, definitely towards the end of November it can be rainy. I think that's what we call a transition period. So you get a little bit of everything. So this is gonna be a short out of here. Is it? Well, you should know how the algorithm is Silver Turtle. Is you've been on here. Silver Turtle has a channel with videos about the Hako area and his adventures in Hako. And the YouTube algorithm is so strange. Let me see if I can change that. Settings. So I just changed the mic on the laptop, so I don't know if you can hear me better now. But that is a beautiful view, and it's an easy drive. It's not far from Uvita. Another thing here, they have a lot of hummingbirds here. Oh, I should put the camera on the flowers here because hummingbirds are pretty cool. So as I said, I'm going to try to keep this short. I got a lot of stuff to do, and I just got my Wi-Fi fixed. I actually have a router inside my house now. So yeah, I've been struggling with the Wi-Fi for a long time. And it's funny around here. All the different towns have their own vibe, and Hako is different than Uvita is different than certainly like anywhere like San Jose, which is a big city. But like even in this local area, if you go from Dominical to Uvita to Ojochal, it's all so different. Okay, let me get back to my banners. Now I bring up the question again. Can you hear me now? And okay, I've got information in the links down below about a lot of the stuff. So another thing I wanted to point out, I'm now helping people get rent-a-car quotes, and I do make a small commission on that. So that's one of the things I'm promoting here. So uvitaday.com rental cars, and I can help you get a quote. And I work with a company that really gets very competitive rates. They're very transparent. If you get a quote, that's what you're going to pay. You're going to pay what the quote says. They're very honest people. And also, if you go to uvitaday.com, there's a place where you can give a contribution to Costa Rica Story, because as we all know, YouTube is tough, as Michael Allen says. So yeah, this is one of the things I had a good image for. Maybe I could pull it up. I could find it here. Because my friend Noylan, she's a guide here in Costa Rica, and where is that thing? She does a culture tours of Uvita, and Uvita's got a really interesting history. I'm going to take a guess and see if I have this. So I'm quite disorganized today, as you can tell. But this was a last minute change of venue. Fortunately, there's a lot of cool places close by, as I always say. If you want to come and do the Uvita Day Adventure, go to uvitaday.com and you can see some of these cool places. This is one of the places we like to travel to. No, that's me. That's me and my friends at Don Roger. That's Kayla and her husband. Kayla is the one, she has Artifice. So that's not the picture I was going to show you, but that's where I was supposed to be today. But that area there is all being renovated, and it's going to be done April 4th. So that wasn't the photo I was looking for. No, that's not it either. That's me with a butterfly. Anyway, so you got a pretty good idea of what the view is here. Let me go back to the comments to see if yes, I'm on a table that's made of glass, so I'm not getting a lot of traction from my mouse. Okay, thanks, Christian, for the update on the mic. Yeah, the thing about the rental cars is it depends on the company you go with. Like the company I'm with, it's simple. It's a $500 hold on your credit card. You're not charged anything for that. That's just a hold that's put on your credit card. So if you're using the card for other things, you have to make sure that you have enough, credit on that. So that's one of the problems people sometimes have. And the other problem people always talk about is that the price that when they get to the counter, it's different. And with the company I work with, it's not. And I'm happy to help people with that. Yes, you have to stop at Kayla's store. She's got a lot of those full masks there. The Baruca mask. I was just in Baruca. If you've been watching the channel, you know I was there. I have some really good friends there. It's funny. I it's just such a cool, easy place to make friends. I made lifelong friends in Baruca. Yeah, as you know, there's a lot of different companies offering car rental cars. Like you get somebody like I talk about this in my video about cars. There's a there was a man that came and he did the Uvita Day Adventure with me. He rented a car through his property manager, and the property manager gave him a car that was I guess you could call it a lemon. I guess that's what you'd have to refer it to. But I'm going to grab the camera and show you some of the oh, I was going to get the hummingbird, but the hummingbird's not there now. Just like a hummingbird not to be there. Ooh. So it's hard for me to see what the camera is seeing, but it like 30 feet from my laptop. This is my setup here. So you can see. I don't know if I can do one of those weird things where you're looking in, you're looking in and in. So yeah, this is my setup here. Let me just put it back. So that's staying connected quite a ways away from the camera. I'm surprised. I'm pretty happy about that. So let me just go through my banners. My banners are kind of my script here. So you're looking out. That's Isla de Ballena out there, kind of in the upper or in the mid left. So here in Uvita, it's still pretty busy right now. It's kind of fluctuating a little bit, but there's still a lot of people here. Traffic's really kind of crazy. Okay, something happened with the video. Not sure what's going on with that. Then let's go to settings and check this out. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I was too far. I took it too far. So I'm going back to this and yeah, no. Maybe the battery ran out on my phone. Let's try it again. Technical difficulties here. We're still live. See that we're still live, but go back to the settings. Technology, don't you love it? There I am with a morpho. I'll leave that up there for a second while I'm trying to fix the video. I don't know if I've lost. I have no idea why that's not functioning. Yeah, it's a really all right. I'm probably just going to say landscape. Okay. Oh, Ricardo. Good to see you. Too bad I don't have a good view for you here. I can't even get my my laptop view. Okay. Start cam. Wait, we got something. Somehow let me just go to my regular view. All right, somehow I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on, so we didn't have video. Now we do. Okay, let me just check where the audio is at. Are people still here? Let me see. uh, yeah, I usually monitor this with my iPad. So yeah, we got ocho personas aquí. Ocho personas. Let's just go back it out. Stop looking at me and start looking at the reason why we're here. Because this is one of the places that take people to sunset drinks. But obviously it's also beautiful for morning time. Oh, I got no monitor on this camera because when you use it this way, you can't see the picture. What am I doing? All right, I want to change this. What a circus! I got a little clown show going on here. Okay, Sharp Sky Films phone. There, that's what I wanted to have. That's what we want. It's a weird thing trying to get that to sync. I couldn't try to half the day yesterday trying to get that phone to sync up as the camera, and it turns out there's a trick you have to do. You have to put it on like a tripod so it doesn't move, and you have to have it in locked, and, and have the iPhone locked, and then it will tune in and become your camera. So Ricardo, you see that you got a little view here. Rich came and did the Uvita Day Adventure last month. Had a great time. That was one of that photo. You might recognize this photo. Let me see. This photo. Click, click. I was good. Cynthia. This is one of the photos Cynthia took. I was gonna show you that. There it is. That's one of the photos Cynthia took at the butterfly garden, because we were getting molested by the butterflies at the butterfly garden. The butterfly garden is cool, and everything in so much in Uvita close by. Muchas gracias, señor. Hasta luego, Silver Turtle. Thanks for your work cleaning up the beaches. So let me get back to my banners and a few things I want to talk about. My car's doing great. I got new shocks. Cost me an arm and a leg, but it was something that had to be done. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going more places and doing more things now. My bike needs work, so I haven't been riding my bike as much, doing a little bit more walking. Semana Santa is coming up, and it gets pretty busy here. That's the week leading up to April. And here in Uvita and the beaches here, it gets really busy, especially places like Playa Ventanas. So it's a fun time. I want to give a shout out to Uvita Adventure Tours and a Uvita Kayak Club. Link to them down in the description. Also, my little sister's store, Artifice. They have a lot of cool souvenirs where you can actually get Veruca stuff. She has a lot of, it's not like it's all made in Costa Rica kind of things, authentic things. She knows the artists that create this stuff. So I need to promote website. My website, uvitaday.com. That's where you can go. You can get your car rental. You can book tours there, and you can that's where you can find information about coming and doing the Uvita Day Adventure. And also, Cafe Don Emilio, the official coffee of Costa Rica Story, and my good friend Danier. He also does really, really good coffee tours. And if you go there, tell them that I sent you, because then I get credit for it. And he pays me in coffee, so that's how I get my coffee. So Senior Don, I had a photo I was going to show you, but I didn't have it up, and I didn't have my photos where they need to be, so I can't access them. But Senior Don, he's got a new YouTube channel he's working on. He's got a YouTube channel. He's taking it from a perspective of an older person living in Costa Rica, or living anywhere for that matter, on a budget. And he's really good at that budget kind of stuff. So I like to put a little extra pressure on him, because when you're with anybody that's got a YouTube channel, you know that a video is never perfect. You're always trying to get it, the perfect video. It'll never be perfect. It'll never be there. And uvitaday.com. Sure to check out the description below, because that's where there's a lot of links and different things I've talked about today. And the walking tour in Uvita, it's free. It's on Saturday and Sunday, and one day is, I think Saturday is Spanish language, and Sunday it's in English. But it's a free tour. My friend Noylan knows a lot about the area, and there's a lot of interesting history here in Uvita. So check that out. And we're not at Don Roger. Well, before I go, I want to get some of those hummingbirds on there. I think that's a butterfly bush, but it's something that the hummingbirds really like a lot. Back to comments here. Buenos dias, Tyrone. ¿Cómo está? It is a beautiful day. It is definitely a beautiful day. Oh, howdy neighbor. Howdy neighbor. Yeah, Don's in the process. We need to put the pressure on him. It's time to release the video, Don. Like Dirk knows how it is with videos. It's like any kind of editing. It's never done. You're editing, and there's always something you could do. It just gets to the point. It's like a mother and a father with their child. Eventually, you have to let it go out into the world and see what it does. So there's actually a nice breeze here, which I don't have at my house. I'm gonna give you one last look at the view here. And then I gotta get working. I don't not sure if I brought this up, but I've been suffering with bad internet for ages. But now I have a router in my house, and I've got no excuses now. It's so fast. It's incredible. So one of the things I wanted to humble brag about was Costa Rica story got to 5,000 subscribers. So that's a bit of a milestone. I had a graphic for that, but of course, organized enough to have it working properly. And I'm working with a free version of StreamYard, which is a streaming software, and it's a little bit more limited. I used to have the paid version, and now it's like $35 a month for StreamYard. That's crazy, crazy expensive. But no, this isn't a bad way to spend the morning. Sound of the ocean, sound of the birds. And it's not uncommon for a toucan to find an entry. Of course, toucan's not going to do that right now. So, right. So it worked out pretty good this live, considering I wasn't really quite prepared as I should be. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do another one of these next week. It was fun. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Let's see. Wait, Senior Don's there. There he is. Yes, pressure is on, Don. The world is waiting for yet another Costa Rica themed YouTube channel. That's a throwback to one of my. Every Friday, I'm doing this Flashback Friday where I watch one of my older videos and I comment on some of the things about it. And one of the videos I did was my very first video. I said, "Does the world need yet another Costa Rica themed YouTube channel?" And that's just what we're gonna get with Don. Yeah, like I always say this, but I wish I had smell-o-vision right now because the smell of the flowers and things. This is a really good time for flowers. You guys know way more about flowers than I do. I think they're pretty purple flowers that the butterflies and birds love. Shows my lack of knowledge. My friends that are guides are always making fun of me because I don't know what any particular bird or like mammal might be. because there's a lot of, as everybody knows, there's a lot of biodiversity here. There's just so many different kinds of insects, so many different kinds of birds, so many kinds of subspecies of things like that. What is there? I don't, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think there's like 600 different kinds of ants here. I guess it depends on how you classify the ants. But hasta luego, Kristen. I have my glasses, but I don't have them on. But yeah, I meant for this to be about 15 minutes, but because of my technical glitches, how many people we still got on here? People still watching here? We still got 7 personas, and more people tend to watch at the after it is uploaded. But I just have to throw my promotion out there. I just have to say, make sure to get to uvitaday.com, because that's all the things that I'm working on. That's kind of a place where all my projects are, where you can book your tours through me, you can book your rental car through me. And I'll say this again and again: if you book your cars or your tours through me, you don't pay any more, but it helps me out a lot. And making a living here in Costa Rica is not an easy thing, so appreciate that. But anyway, so I appreciate everybody joining me here for Costa Rica Story Live, even though it wasn't the venue that you had thought. But it's not a downgrade, that's for sure. Okay, hasta luego. I'm getting ready to sign off, and as you can see, it's quite an organized mess here. But if you go down in the description, you can find out more information about some of the things I talked about. And if you're in the Uvita area, definitely give Neuland's tour this weekend a visit, because I'll be there, and I'm going to probably do a video on it. Uvita has a very interesting history. All right, I don't even know how to end this. Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to end the stream now. So, hasta luego. Wait, what? No. What do I say? That's all I've got for this episode of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, share this video and this channel with a friend. Hasta luego.